Good morning and welcome back for another video. Myself, Darren, a HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK, and it is pretty much currently the middle of the night, as you can see, with a 3 a.m. start, which means this morning I had to get up at 2 a.m. So it's going to be a very long day indeed. Our little schedule for today is one delivery down in, I think it's Salisbury, but I'm going to have to double check with the postcode very shortly. Before I go there, we're going to do Google Maps. But I've just discovered on the paperwork, it's a Home Bargains, so it should be quite a big site we're delivering to. Unit and vehicle checks have been completed already. And we've connected to the trailer that we're going to be using for today. Now we've just connected up the leads. We're going around giving it a secondary check, just to make sure all the electrics are working. And also, I need to try and find where the brake is on this trailer. I've got a feeling it's going to be on the other side. Reg plate connected. Rear lights are looking A-OK. And same with the side lights. I thought so. There you are. Push the brake in and away we go. We're just about to leave the yard at 3:30 in the morning. We're due to get there for 8 o'clock. And in total, it's a 221 mile drive. From where we are at Warrington, straight down the M6. I'm going to be going past Birmingham onto the M40, following it down, come off at Oxford, follow the A34 all the way down past Oxford, and then cut across. Originally, the sat-nav wanted me to go towards Swindon this way, so it's come off at Gloucester, cut across, and then down Swindon, and then following it down. Which route would you have taken? Because Google Maps is saying that's the quickest way, but the truck sat nav's trying to send me that way. So I'm just curious, which way would you have gone? And with any luck, with it being 3:30 in the morning, the roads for the next couple of hours should be like this. Nice and clear. On the way down, we do need to get some fuel, so I need to pop into Knutsford Services for that. It's not the quickest place, but the pump wise is probably one of the quickest ones on the motorway. I can fill a tank up in a couple of minutes, where if we go to the Linford example, it could take like 20 minutes to get a full tank. So sometimes it's worth just waiting in that little bit of a queue. Oh, perfect. So everybody's still in bed, so we have to be quiet. But number 13, straight on. Let's get some fuel. That's fuel taken care of. Over 300 litres topped up into the tank. And the time is currently 4:05, which means we've still got 4 hours and 15 minutes left until we get to our destination of driving wise. We still need to take a break as well. ETA currently is 8:15, but then with break included, we're looking at 9 o'clock, which is perfect because it's a 9 o'clock booking. So we can get out onto the roads. Perfect. Thanks, Drive, for moving over. Appreciate that. Give them a flash when they come past us, if they need to jump back in. 3, 2, 1. And that is perfect and how it should be done. Approaching junction 8 for the M5. Normally, if I come here for say 30 minutes later than what I have now, this would be gridlocked around here. Traffic starts getting really heavy just before 6 a.m. Time is currently 5:10 approaching. Got a nice little sunrise there to the left, just out of view of the camera. And we're making good timing so far. Still got 3 hours left to go for our destination, and I've got 3 hours and 5 minutes on driving time. So if the traffic is good to us, we might actually make it there without taking a break. But however, because it is big RDC, I'd rather take a break before entering, just to make sure we don't run out of driving time whilst trying to reverse onto one of the bays or driving around the yard itself. And we'll be staying on the M6. We'll go jumping onto the M40 shortly. No, the M42 ring road to the M40. It will be. And a total of 145 miles still left to go. There we go, can get across now. Now I've overtaken. Thank you very much, drive. Really thought that grey van was going to swerve across then. It didn't look like it. I think he may have just changed lanes. It's definitely worth setting off a little bit earlier to beat all the traffic around the Birmingham region. Questions about the vlog or HCV driving in general, let me know down below in comments. I'll try my best to answer as much as I can. And it looks to be quite a nice day today, looking at the sky. Not too much of an overcast. Why is this car slowing down so much? It's gone down to 50 currently. And now they've sped back up. It's always the way. Back up to 56, get the cruise control activated. Let's go slow down a little bit, let the truck in the car. And in 3.5 miles ago we're coming off the M6. Following for the M42 and the M40. Oh, that's not a good sign. Got matrix signs above 40 miles per hour. We'll need to move over to far two right lanes. Why has it gone down to 40 miles per hour though? Hoping it's not an accident. Normally, I would prefer to go down the M5 and then cut across, but junction 1 to 3 on the M5 is currently closed. I think they're doing overnight road works. So it's gone down to 40 miles per hour just for this section, and the next sign that I can see is the national speed limit. So it's just slowed down for one. No apparent reason really. Roads are starting to get a lot more busier already. considering the time is 5:15. Certainly a lot of early birds on the road. Got a nice sunrise off in the distance. Nice little view from the office window. And by the looks, it's up down to 40 miles per hour again. I swear these signs around Birmingham area are just designed to either catch people out on cameras or to cause more traffic. I mean, it could be a tinfoil hat moment. It could be nothing whatsoever, but why go right down to 40 miles per hour and then back up to 60? Oh, national speed limit, shall I say. Especially when there's no accidents, there's no roadworks. Traffic's building up, but that's because we've got 40 miles per hour on the signs. And then we'll go past the speed camera coming up, and then in the distance I can see going back to national speed limit again. Doesn't quite make sense, does it? It's just approaching 10 to 7 now. Still got 80 miles left to go. And according to the sat nav, it's still saying about an hour and a half or so to go before we're at destination. Well, that's not including the little bit of traffic that we just hit. This is the first bit of traffic we've hit all morning, which is really well, to be fair. I don't think it's an accident. I think it might be just congestion. You know, we got a little bit of a backlog. And we're currently on the M40. We're only on for another 3 miles though. And then we're coming off and joining the A34 for the rest of the journey down. Overall though, it's been a pretty nice little drive. About a 15-minute in the services, so I don't have to worry about the working time directive. And I've still got 1 hour and 40 minutes left for the driving time. So I just need to take a 30-minute break, and then that will bring me to the ETA of 9 AM, which is our booking time, so we were okay for that. We do have a 30-minute window in each way for 9 o'clock, so we can turn up 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after. But I'd rather turn up a little bit before 9 o'clock if possible. So on the way down, I'm going to be weighing it up as I go. If I could get there with, say, 20 minutes driving time left, I'll go straight in, get unloaded, come outside, and then I'll take a break for 30 minutes. If not, and I don't have 20 minutes driving time left, then I will have to take a 30-minute break before attending site. As I said earlier on, I don't really want to get stuck inside the yard needed to take a break. And that's why I've took 15-minute already, so the working time, I don't have to worry about that now, because that's covered. The traffic's cleared up a little bit now. We're on the A34. Got 56 cruise control on currently. But however, coming off at that junction on the M40, he's put us back about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm hoping now I've got enough driving time to actually get there with at least 20 minutes left over. And of course the sat nav, oh actually, I might not have enough driving time to actually get there, so we're going to have to take a 30-minute break regardless. It's currently 20 past 7 and we're due to get there for 20 to 8, so that's an hour and 20 minutes driving. And I've currently got 1 hour and 13 minutes left on tacho. So we're about 7 or 8 minutes short. Still got 68 miles to go. So if the traffic and the roads are good to us, we might be able to save a couple of minutes. Nothing too much. But it's not a bad little drive down the A34. Even though it is a dual carriageway, it's a little bit of a scenic route at the same time. With the countryside on either side of the road. All the farms and all the forest, wooded areas. That's brake taken care of, and I think it's called Tot Hill Services, just off the A34. I only had 20 minutes left on driving, so I thought instead of risking it until the very end, may as well take the break now. So that's a full 45 in total completed. Broke it down today for 15 first and then a 30 later on. Currently still got 33 miles left to go before our destination, and the sun's starting to come out a little bit now, which is great. And as it was so hot yesterday and the day before, I thought today I'll come in a pair of shorts, because I'm going to be doing a lot of distance driving. I've got some pants with me just in case for health and safety, any sites that I visit, but I'm wearing shorts at the moment, and it was absolutely freezing all morning. I've been freezing my legs off. We're going to be jumping back onto the A34 right now, following it down for Southampton. And then around Hanover, we're going to be cutting across onto one of the other A roads, then will take us down towards our destination. And the client, they're based pretty much just off the second A road that we're going to be jumping onto. In theory, it should be quite a nice, easy little drive. ETA to get there though It's now 9:20, so we can't really afford too much of a delay. I'm sure if I turn up at 22 though, they'll still accept it. I think it'll be a little bit mean of them if it's literally 31 minutes past and they go, right, that's it, you can't come in. Especially if we have the half-hour window. But you never know with some places. And I've never been to this client down here before, so who knows what they're like. Got some nice scenery out the office window this morning. I don't know if the cameras will be able to pick it up just over the trees. There's lots of hills, all the farmland, and there's lots of greenery. When I checked on Google Maps, the client that we're delivering to are based quite literally next to one of the Ministry of Defence bases. I'm not too sure which one it was off the top of my head, but I think there's quite a few around this area. And when I speak to one of my subscribers, Dave, who works over at Lindy, I spoke to him yesterday, and he was telling me they do a lot of tank testing around this area. So who knows, we may see a few planes or even tanks driving around. I do believe I've seen one time actually. I remember when I drove past Stonehenge, around that area, there was a little tank on the roundabout, which I thought was really odd. But it turns out this is where they do all the testing for them. So who knows what we're going to be seeing a little bit later on. Little convoy there on the right hand side, on the other side of the road. Don't know if the trees are in the way. Looks to be, I'm going to say tank carriers maybe, because it was like quite a big green truck and with a abnormal long trailer attached to it. So it's a convoy of 3 of them. So we're definitely near one of the MOD bases. You always hear stories about like biological weapon labs around this area as well. Don't know how true that is. There's a big military presence anyhow. Currently travelling down the A303 and 15 miles left to go. Just approaching 9 o'clock. I'm just trying to keep an eye out, see if we can see any more. Now we've just driven past Andover. Right, 19 miles away from Salisbury itself. I think we're just above Salisbury. I think it's called like Amesbury, off the top of my head anyhow. Could be completely wrong with that name, by the way. Well, there's another one, but without the trailer. I've seen quite a few trucks coming down here as well, the army ones, where they're painted green and they have a bit of a canvas at the back. I don't really know what the name of them would be, but I've seen quite a few of them ones. You used to see them quite a lot in the old Chuck Norris films, like Missing in Action, where they're driving down the side of the river. You got the canvas over the truck and you got all the prisoners sat in the back of them.
couple of miles off. Now 9:05. Should be there in about 10 minutes now, give or take. Nice little road though, driving down the A34 and onto the A303. No traffic whatsoever since we came off the motorway, which is great. And on the way down, until the junction for the M34, there was no traffic on either of the motorways either. Just that one slip road has put me back 25 minutes. I've got to say it's a little bit more organised than the Liverpool depot for TJ Morris. And I'm going straight back onto Bay 15. So using all the yard available, make it easy as we can for ourselves. Just doing little turns with the wheel. Just do us about there. Gentle roll, the jobs are going. Double check we're on bay okay. Yep, seems to be in the middle. And drop the keys into the box. And with any luck, it's a fast tip and then we can get out of here quick as we can. Already got a backload planned, I think it's BA somewhere. That's the start of the postcode that they give me anyway, it's BA. So let's find that out when we get the job through. Before we can even start getting unloaded, I just need to move all the straps right down to the back door. Fairly quick offload time then. Time is currently just approaching 10:30. Keys and notes are in box. Well, that's something you don't see every day. It's a wagon and drag, but the rear trailer has got 2 decks. First time seeing one of them. Nice and empty trailer. Before we leave, let's go double check where we're going to next. So, I've checked the postcode for the next job. It's 56 miles away. About an hour and 20 drive to get there. And it's a farm in the middle of South Bristol. Checked on Google Maps because I thought, right, it's a farm. It's going to be pretty tight. And yeah, it's a little bit tight to say the least. So hopefully we can get access in there. Doesn't look like they've got a proper yard. And I'm not too sure if there's enough space to actually reverse it off the road because it looks like single tracks getting in and out for the whole place for quite a few miles as well. Alright then, so we'll go across that bridge when we come to it. I've phoned the office, asked if anybody else has been there before. I'm going to be the first one, so I'm the guinea pig for this little collection, see if it could be done or not. And I'm sure, in theory, they must have class 1s down there before, because why would the client book a full trailer load if they can't get access for the trailer? That's the logic. But some clients kind of think if a car can get in there, a truck can. So who knows? Who knows? Just drove past the sign for Stonehenge on the A303, so I might pop in, have a look at some of the heritage sites. I don't think there's any HGV parking available there, is there? I think last time I came here, I could actually see it on the right hand side. Because I'm in a truck, I'm just a little bit higher than the car, so you can see just over the hedges. Oh, fantastic. You might actually be able to see it on the camera because I can see it really, really clear in front of me. Oh, that is really good. they're a lot bigger than I thought, actually. I wouldn't actually mind going to visit the site. It's been a really nice drive over the A303. As you can see, you can just see for miles upon miles. What a nice view out the office window today. A bit of a steep hill. Even though I'm empty, sticking at the engine braking on, just so I don't burn out the brakes. And I'm just going to slow it down to around 52. Yeah, it's been a lovely drive over here. About to exit the A303, but I think I just seen a sign at possible weight limit. Right, I don't know how far down that weight limit might actually be. I think we might be okay for it, because it doesn't show the weight limit there, so maybe weight limit might be a little bit further down. Because on SatNav it is saying it's the A372, so maybe it'll be okay, and then it does cut to the right to go north. So I need to be careful now around here. Maybe it might be on the road that's coming up to the right hand side. But if it was for this road right now, it would be right there. There you go, unsuitable to the right. Yeah, so if this road itself was a weight limit, it would be at the signpost, not saving the example 200 yards down here, then SatNav is programmed to avoid weight limits. And I'm 12 miles away from the destination. And I know there's going to be a lot of weight limits around here because I'm going to a farm, which is literally in the middle of nowhere, right near Glastonbury. Oh, I have drove down Glastonbury area before and it's really, really tight. Right, there we go. Weight limit to the left, weight limit straight on. And we're going to the right, which has a height limit of 15 feet. And we are 13 something. Now we're turning off in 3 miles anyhow. Should be there the next 20 minutes if things go to plan. Might be a little bit longer than 20 minutes though, because I am going to be taking my time around some of these corners. do get some nice views up on the top of these hills. And we're travelling on the B3151. It's a 50 miles per hour road, but I'm only doing 37 at the moment, and that's coming down to around 30 miles per hour shortly. Especially if we've got lots of bends. Now we've got an empty trailer as well, so don't have to worry too much about the weight. Oh, that is a nice view up ahead. Can't see any cars though, can you, coming around these corners? Hedges are that high. Just got to be extra on your guard. Slow right down. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Talk about being stuck in between a rock and a hard place. There's literally a rock wall to one side and a truck to the other. Weight limits are unsuitable. Okay, unsuitable, that's alright. You can actually use an unsuitable road if it doesn't have a weight limit on it. It just means it's unsuitable for you, but take it at your own risk. If there's a better way around, drive around. Oh, it's starting to get a bit more narrow, isn't it? There's just weight limits everywhere. Okay, we're 13 foot. It's a 15-foot bridge in half a mile, so we're all good. Okay, here's the bridge. I'm just going to slow it down a little bit. If I can get into the middle, I'll get into the middle. And we're through. Steep hill we're driving up now. Still can't see too far ahead due to the hedges. I like to try and look as far in the distance as I can, just so I can judge the road position a little bit better, especially if it's a truck that's coming in the opposite direction. Might be able to slow down, get into a better, say, a giveaway spot if needed. Littleton we're entering now. Ah, just what I was thinking. But it's lucky we met where we did and not a little bit further down. slow it right down to 20. It's always a good sign when you see another truck, especially if they're coming from where you're going. There's another truck down there as well. Must be together, same company.
Side pedestrian.
It might not be a hard left as I thought actually, it looks to be a roundabout. Okay, nice, big open roads, that's what you want. Three miles left now to our destination. Not much point trying to overtake the cyclists, I need the right turn now. Oh God, it's got the sign, it's got the dreaded sign, unsuitable for HGVs. Great. I mean, it's unsuitable, it's not a weight limit, it's an advisory. But the farm is located down here, unfortunately. There's not really another way. I mean, there is one right at the other top end, but even that looks a little bit tight, if not tighter, to go down. And I Google mapped it. Wish me luck, thank you very much. Oh God, the car straight away. Thank you very much for waiting. Oh, where am I going? Right. How is this road 60 miles per hour? This is a 60 miles per hour road, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not from the UK, national speed limit is 60 miles per hour. And what makes it worse driving down this road right now is it's really high hedges. I can't see if anybody's going to be coming around this corner, so I'm going completely blind at 12 miles per hour just to try and poke the nose around. Oh God, I've even got, the looks of it, a really soft verge on one side, if not a small trench. Oh my word, can you even get the trailer around this corner? I've got to speak to the farmer or whoever it is when I get there. Let's see if there's a better way to get back out. I might be able to come like as if carry on straight up, drop down. The trailer is literally grazing past the hedge right now when I go around them corners. I've still got a mile to go. God, things we do for work. Half a mile to go. Let's be honest, it's not like I could turn around. It's very pretty though, isn't it? You gotta look on the right side. It's very pretty indeed. Oh, I've got a car coming right down at the end. Oh. Right, we're in a little bit of a pickle here if they can't get perfect. Perfection. Thank you very much. She doesn't look happy. That was definitely a little bit of a frown upon her face. Probably wondering, what are you doing driving down this lovely little road in a truck which is barely, yeah, it's been a while since I've been down these type of roads. It's not very smooth either. I've got a ditch to the left of me. Okay, I got a car there, so he's turned around, looks like he's off the road, which is good. There's not a weight limit on this little bridge. I didn't really see a bridge on the map. Oh my god, I feel like the trailer is just going to slide off into the ditch. That is how narrow this road is right now. Oh my god. Because the road's not smooth. It just feels like it's sliding to the side a little bit. Okay, I can see trucks. I can see trucks over on the left. Not too sure if that's the place I'm collecting from, or it's going to be this little business on the corner. On the postcode with the sat nav, it is this corner here for the business. But if there's trucks there, I wonder if there's a different way in and out, which is a little bit better. Because I would hate to be driving down here and come face to face with a truck. Okay, we're looking for Durston Garden Products. Right, Durston is this here. So I'm not getting in there. Looks like it's a composting place. And I'm just going to pull up a little bit of an angle. Okay, sending cars come, they can get around. And then I'll have a walk down, speak to the people in case it is round at the back end, because it looks like there's piles of compost down there, big 24-ton sacks. One thing is for sure though, the weather is absolutely beautiful. It's so nice now, it really is. I'm glad I'm wearing shorts now. And that's the road where I've just came from, so you can imagine a truck coming from there. And luckily we've got enough space to park it to one side. I've reversed it back a little bit, very slowly. And it looks like I'm going to the left, where that truck comes out of. I've seen a sign. And there's also a sign here as well, exit route for the garden products. These roads are definitely not for the faint-hearted. Oh crap. Right, okay, I can see a bit of markings in the grass where they've been using it as a lay-by. Passing section of the road. It's nice and dry. I wouldn't recommend doing this if you have a heavy trailer, or it's been raining. If it's been raining, stay away from grass. Do not go near it whatsoever. But I can see markings on the floor where it looks like they've been using it as a passing point as such. I'm going to make sure that's it. So I shouldn't get stuck where I am, as the wheels are on the hard surface, so I'll be okay for traction. But normally, rule of thumb, stay away from grass, especially if you've got heavy weight on. I've made that mistake in the past in a rigid. Oh, I was delivered to some farm a few years back, and it was dark in the middle of nowhere, and I thought the whole of the courtyard was like gravel. Nope, turns out only a section of it was, and the other section was grass. So I drove straight onto the grass. It'd been raining that day, and I left probably about a 3-foot hole in the ground where the wheels got stuck. Oh my word. Okay, which one is which? Drivers report to factory. Okay, factory's down this way then, yep. Woo. Bumpy, bumpy. Definitely not for the faint-hearted, this road. It doesn't give you a good feeling when you see on the right hand side a nice little ravine which goes right through, and this road is not straight. It's a mixture of potholes and like a tram line, so your wheels kind of get stuck a little bit. But at least we got here nice and early, 12:15, which is good. And it is a night out today, so I've got a couple of things to keep me entertained later on. Got a laptop, got the Xbox, got the TV. I've got a choice of different stuff. Right. Drive around the building. Make sure the windows are up. Don't want to get a dust cloud coming through. I've got to say, this is pretty cool. Just make sure the guy on the tractor's seen me. He's going back up. Good little setup we got here. Right, by the looks of it, you park and wait here, reverse back into the section over there, get loaded up, and then you go drive forward into another section where that other truck was when I arrived to do your straps. That's the other driver's lot getting loaded up. All collected, and now we're on our way back up for our delivery point over at Runcorn, but it's booked in for tomorrow morning. So now we're just trying to plan where to stay for the night, really. Not real sure how far north I can get. My 15 hours do run out at 5 o'clock, but I'd rather be getting to sleep a little bit earlier than 5 o'clock between me and you. Hopefully the car at the end stays where it is. There's not many passing points. Okay, where that car's pulled in, there's another little lay-by they can pull in. So I'll just wait for them here. There you go, give them a flash. Let them come down, it's a bit more space. And in total, to get back to Runcorn, from where we are looking at a 200-mile trip. And it will take 4.5 hours to get back. I need to take a break after 1 hour and 45 minutes. I can then take a 45-minute break and then get an extra 1 hour driving. Again, depends where we get to before the hour and 45 runs out, because I might just pull up when that runs out and take the break there for the night. Right, wait, I'm going all over the place. Whoa! Oh my god. I'm just getting thrown left to right, left to right. Whoa! It's a big dip. It's not good for the truck suspension, that's for sure. And there's a sign here as well that says left exit route. I came from the right. As you know, it's a little bit tight down that way. And I've got a feeling there might be a sign down here at the end that says to make a delivery go to X road, because I've seen a couple of trucks coming from, as we left the yard, they were coming from the right hand side to go into the yard and then coming down this way. So there might be like a little one-way system for trucks. Obviously first time delivering here, no instructions or anything. Pretty much had to fend for ourselves, didn't we? But we got here okay. Not enjoying this road though. It's like huge speed bump down the middle and then tram lines on either side what are just dragging me to left to right. It's really wanting to push me. It's that little ravine. I don't fancy parking down there. I've got a traffic queue up ahead. We've got a van. And then we've got a class 2 truck. And a Jeep. So let's go hang fire a little bit, just in case. Could be roadworks. Even though the way we came wasn't really the best to get access to it, it could have been worse. We could have been driving down this way against all the traffic which is trying to get up and past. You got to look at it that way. Could always be somewhat worse. Oh god, a little bit like this truck who's trying to get down as well. Oh no. Oh no indeed. Oh, we've got a van pulling up behind. I think this guy in a black car is used to it all happening all the time, because a lot of trucks I can imagine coming down here. Now the best idea, what that truck driver would do, the F&W one, if he drives to the right, lets all the traffic through and then reverses backwards once we've cleared. A little bit like so. Now the van driver, it's easier for them to reverse back until the gate's about 50 yards down. It's a bit weird I was saying that. Just give him a little bit of a point. Cheers, mate. I was going to pull over and see if the guy needs help backing up, but I think he's doing it now. Yeah, he's doing it.
Side pedestrian.
Good Samaritan there. It really needs a new road. Oh, it needs to be wider. We've got a van coming down as well, and let me get to this little section in the road, then I'll flash them to come down. You can see it on the floor as well, where the vehicle's been getting the bottom of the cars or the vans scraped. Just got to pull over, let them pass. Alright, okay, they're flashing for me. Thanks, mate. Cheers for that. Oh, if you don't laugh, you cry. That's exactly what that situation was. Okay, looking at sat nav, if I do it right here, I can do it right at the end, and then that will take me onto a nice big open road that was on earlier, the big A road. Luckily, we've got a nice little bit open of the road here, where I might be able to just use it as a passing point. Can't really go too far there, because I don't want to fall down that little ditch. So I'll slow down for you, mate. Now, I could be wrong, but is this the area what's famous for people caravanning, like illegal caravanning around everywhere? Because there's about 50, 60, maybe 70 caravans scattered around this whole area, around this bit, and it looks too many for like the travelling community. Now I remember hearing something ages ago, watching on one of them documentary things where it's like the Bristol area where they live in, where loads, like a big community live in these caravans, what don't get towed anywhere type thing. If that makes sense. But I've seen so many of them, but all of them, they've got like graffiti all over them and different like art styles, some of them. Like there's probably about 15 to 20 of them that lay by to the left hand side. With no cars, just caravans and laybys. And there was loads by the retail park just then, down all these like little side streets. I'm trying to think what area I'm actually in at the moment. It's right by Glastonbury. So Glastonbury is just, I'm in the wrong lane actually. It's just behind me, about a quarter of a mile, if that. I'm sure I've seen something somewhere. I could be completely wrong, to be honest with you. Just pulled into East Brent Services, went inside, perfectly fine, 10 minutes ago. Come back out 10 minutes later. Where is this rain come from? Just got absolutely soaked running in from the services. I'm having a 45-minute break at the moment. I've got 5 minutes left. And the reason why I'm doing that is so I can extend and see how much driving hours I've got left. It's coming up to 3 o'clock, so that means I've been in for 12 hours. I've got 3 hours working time and driving time. I should have around 2.5 hours driving time to get as far north as I can, because I need to be in Runcorn tomorrow for 8 a.m. and from where I am now, it's 4 hours drive. That time of the day again, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, where you do start getting a little bit fatigued. And thank you to my friends over at Holy for providing not only the energy and hydration drinks, but also the iced tea drinks. And for today's afternoon, pick me up, I'm going for the iced tea, raspberry vanilla hibiscus tea. And all we need to do is mix the sachet right into there, give it a good shake up and drink whilst we're driving on the way back now. It's the first time having this one, and it kind of reminds me of the frozen ice pops that you get from your corner shop where it's like 10 or 15p. Pretty nice, to be fair. If you are interested in Holy energy drinks or hydration or the iced tea range that they do, links are down below in the description, and you can save yourself for a couple of quid by using the discount code. Time to leave the services. Still got 183 miles left to go. My word. Oh, definitely not getting there today, that is safe to say. Can't believe it's 3 o'clock already. And I've currently got 2.5 hours left on driving time, and I'm going to plan for maybe another hour and a half driving, so I'll pull up at 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 seems a good time to stop for the day. Saying that, I can only work till 5, so yeah, definitely 4:30. So let's see how far we can get. Time has just hit 4 p.m. and I've pulled up for the night over at Michael Wood's Services on the northbound of the M5. And I'm not going to lie, I am absolutely shattered, I really am. There's no point trying to push myself too much, trying for like another hour driving up north and then get to the services. And then it's nearly 5 o'clock and the services are just full. So I thought I might as well pull up nice and early, get a good spot, so then I can just drive straight out and continue the journey tomorrow. The plan of action for tomorrow, I've got to be there for 8 a.m. and I've got 146 miles still left to go, so I'm looking at about a 3-hour drive. So I'm going to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get on the road for 4:30, so I've got a nice and early start of the day. I have to be careful as well, I can't get up too early and be on the road, because I think the M5 between junction 1 and 3, like it was this morning, it might be closed again. So if I get there for between, say, 5:30, hopefully it'll be open, and then I can get straight up the M6 nice and early and beat all the traffic getting past Birmingham. And yeah, the rest of the normal culprits really on the M6 what are quite busy, for an example, Stoke. But yeah, it can do a little bit more expensive at Michael Wood Services than the place that I stopped off last time. Fair enough, my last night out, it cost £8.50 for the parking, so that was a bargain. Here, however, £35. Yes, you heard that right, £35 for parking for one night. But however, to be fair, it does include a £12 voucher, and because I work for the company, I claim it back. So they're technically paying for it. So it's not too bad at the end of the day, because I'm not going to feel it out of my pocket, am I? And I'm just having a little walk over to the southbound side, as just want to stretch my legs a little bit, to be honest with you. Sat down driving all day. It's pretty good sometimes, stretch your legs. I'll get a hot chocolate from this side, and if you do get hot chocolate, you always got to try and get the Costa white hot chocolate with a shot of gingerbread. Trust me, you will thank me for it. It's absolutely lovely. So in the meantime, get my hot chocolate, walk back across, put my feet up, and
just chill out for the rest of the evening, watch a bit of TV maybe. Well, there's definitely no snoozing this morning, that's for sure. Time is just coming up to 4 o'clock. The alarm went off at 3:45. Making my way over to the service now, and there's literally nobody in the car park whatsoever. Whew. Always seems a bit eerie, doesn't it, when you're coming in the services this early in the morning. I want to be on the road for about 4:15, maybe 4:20. So then I've got a good couple of hours drive ahead of me now. Yeah, I need to get there for 8 o'clock, and it's about 3 hours drive on the sat-nav. But I'm giving myself between 3.5 to 4 just in case of traffic, road closures, etc. It's a welcome break. To be fair, at least the shower facilities were alright. We've got a sink there, so we can do your teeth, etc. And yeah, the showers aren't too bad considering. Trust me, I've seen a lot worse. Teeth done and showered. Nice strong coffee for the road. Let's start our journey to Runcorn. Quick walk around trailer, make sure there's no damage to the tyres or the curtains, or most of all, the fuel cap. All the way up so far has been literally no traffic. Time is currently 6:20, so everybody's on the way to work and the traffic has got pretty bad right now. And we're not too far from Knutsford. We've 17 miles still left to go. And our ETA is currently 20 to 8. So luckily we did leave plenty of time this morning, just in case we get caught up any incidents on the road or heavy traffic. And surprisingly, even at 5:30, Birmingham was 56, cruise control all the way through. It's not every day you see on the matrix signs, oncoming vehicle. With that being said, I do presume it might have been a vehicle coming the opposite direction. Hopefully not. Well, I did see signs of pedestrians for about 40 minutes ago. Didn't see any pedestrians. And I'm pretty sure probably won't see a vehicle oncoming either. To be honest, how to go get past? There's no hard shoulder down this bit. I might need to try and jump into the next lane as well, because this lane's going to get really slow in a second, because everybody's going to be jumping from lane 1 to lane 2 and vice versa. You always get cars down this section. They've been lane 2, very last minute, cut across the lane 1 to come off at Knutsford. Or slam on the brakes. I hope you don't mind the longer vlogs. I think this one's going to be a long one, for sure. Down to 20 miles per hour. With a sign, oncoming vehicles still. Arrived up at sunny Runcorn for bang on 8 o'clock for our delivery time, and now we just need to try and get booked in with it.
Been given a bay, number 19. However, there's not a lot of space to get in to said bay. Got a lot of trucks parked right across the way from me. The downside about this place, if you have trucks parked across the way, it can be a bit difficult to try and get in, a little bit tight. Get in towards it and then pull forward and then get into the bay and I can straighten it up. My truck's pretty much touching somebody else's right now. It's a little space you got. I'm in the bay. Just got to straighten the trailer up a bit more now. Can't see a single thing there with that light.
Sod's law, the two trucks, what parts there, have now actually moved. So when I was trying to come in, I was really tight up front of that truck, what's parked there. And then right up against where the headboard part is of that truck, try and shunt forward a little bit. It's just not enough space there, is there, to get right out and then straighten up. And before I go anywhere, I need to undo the curtains, undo all the straps, and then I can then go inside, get unloaded. But you got to unload yourself as well using the PPTs here. And also double check that I'm on bay okay. there's Paul making his delivery of 2 pallets. Truck's parked up for the next 45 minutes. And we need to nip over Tesco's, try and get some lunch for this afternoon. We'll also have a little walk over towards Tesco's, so we can try and get some nice lunch. And since I'm taking my break really early, I'm going to be finishing the break around 10:30. So then I need to make sure I take another 15-minute working time directive break around 4 o'clock, so that I don't go over the working time directives and get an infringement. Last thing you want. Our next delivery is a 2 o'clock booking over at B&M in Speaks. It's only down the road from where I am now, and it's only about 11 o'clock at the moment, so I've got plenty of time to kill as such. And we're going to be delivering 26 pallets of Marshmallow Mateys, the cereal that B&M and everywhere sell. That's dinner all sorted for today. Barbecue chicken wings, thanks to that little thing there, and the air fryer for cooking it. Well, turned up at the delivery point for 1:30. It's booked in for 2 o'clock. Normally it's 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after. That's like a 1 hour window. Turned up there, give a security guard a paper, told him reference numbers. He was like, yeah, you booked in for 2 o'clock, mate, come back then. Great. Biggest problem is around the whole estate, there's no stopping anywhere. You get fined of £150, I think it is, like instantly if you stop for like 5 minutes or so. So I can't sit around there. So instead, what I've done, I've come for a nice little walk through literally a field of nettles. Quite literally a field of nettles with a tiny little path. Luckily though, I've known this area pretty well. So from the estate, you drive literally around a corner and there's like a little park, and there's a skip company down there I used to work for. So this was like one of the depots. So I used to park up down this road when waiting around, sometimes having dinner breaks and stuff. So no, there's no double yellows and you don't get fined for parking on this little section. However though, if you go for a little walk through the bush, it brings you out to this. And on a nice day like today, it's not too bad of a place to kill 20 minutes. I don't have a clue what this used to be. I think it's part of like the old docks or something maybe. But rubbish everywhere, unfortunately. It's a nice little view though. I suppose you could say this little section over here is one of the forgotten places where not a lot of people probably know about. You can see some bits of rubbish where people have left, or fires and stuff, but on a day like today, as you can see, nobody around. Nobody around whatsoever. Not a bad way to spend your afternoon. It's definitely seen better days though. Finally got back in now for 2 o'clock just gone, and we're getting on Bay 55. That one just there. More space. We've got a massive bush right in front. Well, that sun is so bright. That'll do there. Let's have a walk down, make sure it's on bay okay, which it is. Sort out the paperwork with transport office, hand the keys in, then hopefully it's only going to be 40-minute wait in the cab. Especially in this heat anyway, you don't want to be sitting inside the cab longer than what you have to. Well, that's a good sign. I'm not even back to the truck yet and already started. Winning! Finally left B&M, managed to get out for 2:45. Paperwork done, 45 minutes, not too bad to be fair. Currently on the way back to Widnes depot to get loaded up and take everything then to our Ashton depot. Then that is me, ooh, done for the day. Not surprised cars are crashing there. You get so many people cutting in last minute, and I presume that's what's probably happened with that last car with the angle it was on. The trailer parked up for the night, and the stuff we've collected from our Widnes depot, we are taking it tomorrow down to Asda IDC over at Lutterworth. That's the bin emptied and sorted out. And on that note, I am going to call it a day on the video. Tomorrow it's going to be a 5:30 AM start. I might actually come in a little bit early for 5 o'clock because it's a 10 o'clock booking, and getting past Birmingham around 6, half 6. Actually, it's probably 6:45 getting past Birmingham realistically. I want to try and get there early as possible to avoid as much of the traffic as you've seen the other day on the start of this video. Straight through Birmingham because we're nice and early. If you turn about 6:30, which I'll show you on, it's going to be Friday's video. I'm trying to think now, I'm quite lost with the days because I've had a day off. Well, not a day off, I've had a night out. It kind of throws you off balance sometimes, so what day of the week it actually is. And make sure you have a great evening and a great day, depending on what time you're watching it and where you are in the world. But either way, enjoy yourself. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate all the support. And talking about support, thank you so much for everybody that's donated so far for the charity event, which is happening next month on the 14th of June. I'll put links on a little bit nearer the time on the morning and the day before for my gaming channel I've got. So yeah, if you want to come along, just say hi, ask any questions about either the charity, about gaming, about trucking, about vlogging, anything. Just come in, speak to us, keep us awake as well, because it's going to be quite a long time, because we're doing the event for 24 hours. However, that's 24 hours going live. We're going to be awake for a couple of hours before it and then a couple of hours afterwards. So really, we're going to be up between 28 to 30 hours that weekend, which does not sound nice actually, does it, when you think about it that way, because there's nothing worse than sleep deprived. Trust me, I've done it once before for one of the other charities, Make-A-Wish Foundation, and already this is looking really good, and for the bone cancer research and in memory of my nephew Zach, who unfortunately did lose his life to bone cancer. So again, thank you for everybody that's donated so far. I really do appreciate all the support of everybody, so thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, honestly, thank you. So take care of yourself, and as always, keep on trucking and stay safe. Bye for now.